Hello everyone, this is HuntSD here, and today we are going to be reviewing the newest RWBY episode, RWBY Volume 5, Chapter 12, Vault of the Sprained Maiden. This episode seriously may be one of, if not my favorite episode of this volume so far. Just that twist at the end, and also before I go in, because I had a comment in my other review that said, "Oh, you spoiled it," even though I had a spoilers in the title. So that was kind of his friend's fault there. So I'm gonna say this: if you have not seen the episode, surprisingly, if you haven't, I highly suggest that you go see it right now. I highly suggest it, because trust me, there are tons of people right now are gonna be in total shock. Especially at the end with Raven. Okay. Are they gone? Alright, good. Alright, so let's talk about spoilers as of right now. So, they made a bait and switch with the Sprained Maiden. And it's actually not banal, because when she got, as we can see from the angle, Banal is dead. She got killed by Cinder, alright? With Cinder's grim arm, which kind of makes sense. That's why she got affected by Ruby's silver eyes last episode. They kind of confirmed that she has a grim arm, so that's kind of why she has a sleeve as some for it. She kills Vinal. At least from what we know, she's like, "Oh, where's the power? Why can I not get the power? What's happening?" And they do this plot twist of revealing that Raven is in fact the Sprained Maiden. Yes, Raven is the Sprained Maiden. You heard me correctly. I legit freaked when this was revealed to us. Like I freaked out. I was like, what the And to think that this could have been the finale. This could have been the finale, which is insane to think about. Because we have 2 more episodes after this. I have a prediction of what's going to be happening in Chapter 13 on Saturday, which will be coming out. Well, for you guys, when this video is out, it's going to be tomorrow. But for me, it's going to be in 2 days. That video is going to be coming out. Just this whole episode in general is insane. With the reveal of Raven being the Sprained Maiden as one thing. The next thing I want to say is I like this vault a lot more than Beacon's, because Beacon kind of was basic and everything. This one had a bit of atmosphere to it, especially with the whole tree above it and with the leaves. It's like just wow. It looks very pretty, especially in the Maya engine. So I'm wondering like what they're gonna be doing with the Beacon chamber, because we did see the chamber, and that was the vault, because they called this the vault as well for this one, which holds the relic behind the wall. But apparently, according to Cinder, these have not been opened for years. So she was like like, "Oh, you must be impressed," or shaking at some point, because she's the first maiden in a long time to open a vault. And she only cared about for the tribe. She didn't care about the honor of it. She just wanted for the tribe. But as we know, she was not the Sprained Maiden. And I believe Cinder was pretty shocked to see this as well. So I'm wondering if Leo, Ozpin, and Crow knew about this. But back during episode 1, it kind of doesn't make sense that they know about it, because they kind of sound like they knew it was Renal, who they thought was the original Sprained Maiden, but that turned out not to be the case. So I can guess reason why Raven left was because of the fact that she was a Sprained Maiden and she had a target on her back, so she just left them. Which is still a douche move, but you get the point what I'm trying to say with her. She left because of the reason for that, at least as far as what I can say. And we do get some Hazel background as well. We get to know why or at least some bits and pieces as to why he hates Aspen. We know that what I can tell that he's based off of Hansel and Gretel. One of his sister is named Gretchen, and she died on a training mission. So, and then Hazel just blames Aspen for the death of his sister. We don't know if Aspen led her to her death, or when she knew what she was doing that could possibly lead to her death. We didn't get that much information about it, but we can tell that Aspen feels a little bit guilty for the death. But you can definitely tell that Hazel is not going to be coming out of this anytime soon. He's definitely not. Especially after all this waste. And also, we got to see Dust used in a different way before. What we saw beforehand, it was just for weapons and everything else. But we knew that people can consume Dust to make them stronger. And we saw that with Hazel. Some people were saying his fighting style was like Bane. Some say it was like the Hulk. I personally lean more towards a Bane fighting style of what is similar towards. We also got into, and when we noticed is that Quill got pretty much his butt beat by Hazel because of the Dust Empowerment. So I wonder how he's like beforehand, because we didn't see him really fight with his fist that well with Ren and Nola, since that was pretty much the same as the intro fight. So that was pretty much the same things. We can't really tell how he is even without using the Dust. I'm pretty positive he's a pretty strong character, to say the least. Honestly, not that much happened in this episode besides from the plot twist and some things happening, but there was some stuff going on. We got to see more of a Yane Mercury and Emerald type of fight, and then we're going to be getting one with Ruby and Yane versus Emerald and Mercury. Next episode, I suppose we're going to be getting that. I wonder how they're going to do Chapter 13. I really wonder how they're going to do it, because we got 2 more episodes left. I wonder, what else do they have to show for us that could be better than the plot twist that we got with Raven being the Spray Maiden. Now, I really want to see the Raven versus Cinder fight. Now, here's the issue with this. I don't see either of them dying, because it would feel too soon. That's the problem with this fight. I don't see either of them dying. I see one of them getting away with the relic and one escaping. Or it's possible that Raven could die and Yane could get the power of the Maiden powers at the end. And she could have a standing chance against Adam when she meets him. Again, I assume in this volume, if that's what they could be going towards for a final fight with Yane and Adam, if they do that. Because either way, I don't see her really beating Adam without something of that help. But that's just how I see it. I'll go more in depth into Chapter 13 prediction. This episode, I would say, was probably one of my favorites as of right now. I thought Chapter 11 was my favorite, even though I had some issues with the fighting in this one, but I think the fighting was a lot better. In Chapter 12, there was just some clunky moments, nitpicks, in Chapter 11 that kind of bumped it down a little bit. But this was a lot better. I think this consists more of a 9 out of 10 for me. I really enjoyed this episode. I really, really did. And I'm really excited to see what they have in store for Chapter 13 and 14. Because this week, for first members, it's going to be Chapter 13. And next Saturday, it's going to be the finale. This probably come by really fast, to be honest. It went by super quick. And it's honestly kind of nerve-wracking, to say the least, of how fast it went for me. For me and some other people. Because it really just feels like that we just started the volume, to be honest. Because most of the stuff in the past was just talking with stuff that we already knew about that was told to us. It was just pretty much most of the same information. We got some new bits, but some speculated about being true. And, I almost forgot. We also got the reveal of Jean's semblance. I think the one thing they could have done better in this episode was the reveal of Jean's semblance, because after Chapter 11, if you know the story of Snow White, she did have a death scare, but then was saved by a prince. It was kind of predictable she wasn't going to die, to be honest. I think they could have done his semblance a little bit better because it was like it's gonna be healing. That's what it's going to be. It's gonna be healing or transferring aura as to what I kinda see it. It's a transfer aura semblance or any word healing. I think they could have done it a little bit better, to be honest. But other than that, I'm just grateful it's finally revealed and it's resolved, because if it wasn't revealed in this volume, it would honestly feel out of place, because they've been hinting his semblance this volume a lot more than usual. So I was like, okay, they're going to reveal his semblance this volume. They have to. We got some more information on a lot of characters, like with Hazel. It's good to see some background with him, to be honest. I really like him being the influence of Hansel and Gretel. Gretel makes sense, because her name was Gretchen as well, and she was a huntress, or at least a huntress in training, and she got killed on a training mission. So I wonder how she died specifically, because we weren't given details on how she died. This we know that she died, and Hazel does not like Osmond because of that reason. It wasn't because like he was a team at one point with him and somehow they betrayed each other. It was because of the death of his sister. But I need to know a little bit more information on how she specifically died. Because all we know is that she died in a training mission, and that's why Hazel was pissed. That's all we really know, to be honest, at this point. And it kind of makes Osmond a little bit shady. It's like, maybe this is how it went. Maybe this is how it went another way. We don't officially know. And also, it seems to know that Hazel knows about the reincarnation as well, because he did not hesitate when Lionheart told him that that boy was Ozpin, so it definitely can tell that he knows about the reincarnation. So I wondered, he probably knows about that because of Salem and everyone else, so that's probably how he knew about it, which would make sense, but yeah. I'm really enjoying this episode, and I talked a lot about with this one. I am really looking forward to what they are going to be showing us in these final two episodes. I am really looking forward to that. The slow pacing from the volume early on is really starting to pay off. It really is. Because it kind of started slow, and it kind of kept going slow, but now it's like going with the pace. And it kind of sucks we had to wait at least 10 episodes of basically nothing. That kind of sucks. That's really not a good sign for a volume. I think they should focus more on what's going to be the majority and have some stuff in it at the end, like these big reveals of like Raven being the Spring Maiden herself. They can have those. Just I think they should have some more stuff before everything goes down, because now the Battle of Haven has begun, or at least at some point we're probably going to be in this room for the rest of the volume, or at least we might go out at some point to see if Blake and Company comes, but that's a thing for another time. So I hope you enjoy my review of this chapter. I really liked it. And you will be seeing my reaction to Chapter 12 on Saturday. My Chapter 11 reaction is, sorry for the inconvenience, but it's finally out. It's finally got unblocked, thankfully. And my reaction mashup for Chapter 11 has now come out as well. There was one person that was like behind, probably like a second or two, behind everyone else. So, thanks. That sucks, but I was like, it was running for like forever, and I was like, screw it. I don't want to deal with that again. So I'll try to do my best for more for the next chapter, which is definitely where a lot of people are going to want to see it. Especially for the ending of the plot twist. So yeah, what do you all think of this chapter? Leave your thoughts in the comment section box below. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for videos like these. And I will see you all next time. Bye!